Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.
I know I'm just, fundraising for my General Gift of Life. Kidney disease is rampant in the Black community, and a lot of it is obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Like I said, I traveled while I had diabetes, and all the clinics I went to, 85% of the people look like me. So kidney disease is a Black disease. They don't tell you that, and the reason that we die from it because most of us don't believe in donating our organs when we die. We think we're gonna take them to heaven, and so I'm trying to teach people to be preventative, to save their kidneys before it get bad and show them early signs of kidney disease. But if you do have kidney disease and you can't afford the medications, which are $400 a month for the rest of your life, we're raising money to help combat those out-of-pocket expenses and pay for your medications when your number is called to get that transplant. A lot of people don't get transplants because they can't afford the medication, so they be on dialysis for the rest of their life. Because most of us, a lot of people on fixed income, they just can't afford an extra $400 a month. So we helping folks pay for those medications and get a transplant so they can have a normal life again.
All praises, brother, and we will continue to explore those avenues on our all praises to the heavenly, holy, almighty creator of infinity, eternity, the universe, and all there is. This is Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. Hello, family. We are back together again at the knee of wisdom, history, and experience. And once again, we are blessed with a special guest to continue with the exploits of his humanity, a world traveler, an author, a father, a former professional athlete and champion, a foundation owner, starter, founder, a man of the world. You know him. He's been here before. Back again to bless us with his successes. You all know our brother, Lionel Jelly Roll Dalton. What is up? What is up, brother J. Roll? How are you today, sir?
Good. How you doing, brother?
I am getting along. It is my privilege, my pleasure, and honor to have you once again, ready to get back on the wonderful roller coaster of tales that you have within the treasure trove of your being, sir. And I got my seatbelt. Them last interviews had me up and down and going all around, and I just had to get ready. So the family now know to be ready for the real. And we are back for Jelly Roll.
My brother, what's going on with you?
I'm good. We talking about life's challenges, accomplishments, and circumstances. You are here. Tell the family how you feel.
Man, I feel great, man. Enjoying this beautiful day. Weather in Atlanta. I heard it's freezing out there in Michigan.
Oh, there you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm enjoying this mild winter. I have built it with my family, getting ready for my Super Bowl party.
Okay.
Charity fundraiser / book signing.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, family, you heard it. Up and coming event, book signing for the organization. Activities always going on for the fundraising. You see the book title on the screen. Absolutely go to your book retailer, pick up a copy. Also, y'all, don't forget to hit the little support links in the description of the video when it posts. Help a little channel out. We are trying to expand. We are trying to be great. We're trying to reach the upper heights. And my brother, we back together again. And you left me stunned on that last episode we had. I mean, we covered religion and sex and history and relationships. And so now, as I was looking at the material, at the end of the video, you highlighted a topic that was serious. Some say not serious, but it falls within the realm of addiction, right? So we're dealing with what we call the monkey on your back, the demon, the possession, the need, the urge. We're talking about the basic carnal activity. We're talking about the lust of men. And we're talking about options, exploits, and excess. And so I want you, for the brothers, young brothers, men out here, to give your perspective, insight, experience on this particular challenge that you identified personally as a man, how you mitigated it, and how you dealt with it thereafter. And so what you were speaking of was sex addiction. And on the basic level, I'm like, oh, aren't all men addicted to sex? So when you said it, and then with some of the other dynamics of, like I said, the options and the excess, it was striking. So apparently you said it was impactful within your experience as a man. So we're going to do it like you said what it was. When did this root get planted within you? How did it grow, manifest? And then how did you begin to prune it down to the state where you are to meet your beautiful missus? But that's not much.
So you want to know how? Hold on. Say the first part one more time. I remember the last part.
Well, the first part is the root of the addiction. How did it start?
Okay. So what I'm saying is, like you said, when you get young men, we all want to have sex all the time. But what happened? Men are used to having to go out and work and put in work to try to get women. You don't, unless you're paying money. And so when you get to a point, and status-wise, women want to be associated with that because they feel you can change, the outcome of their life. And so when women feel like that, that's attractive to them. So they come over, they see a single man with a big house, a nice car. Women think a lot, so they imagine themselves. A lot of women being related. From my experience, a lot of women be in relationships with you, and you're not in relationships with them, especially if you live in a lifestyle they was one day want. So because of that, in certain status, women tend to lose their morals when they're with a man that can change their life status. And I say this because I've been in situations where married women have put themselves out there because they know they can leave their husband and have a better life with a certain man. And I know lots of guys who've experienced that play ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, women don't care. It's just some women don't care, especially if they're in struggling situations. I'm not saying all women are like this, but I've had a lot of experience like that. And because of that, you freely have access to women's body. So pretty much you can, just because they can be in your presence, they're willing to give you whatever you want. So I've had incidences where a lady was spitting to me a business plan. This was when I was young, and it's one of the things I regretted. But I said, how bad do you want me to look at this business plan? What are you willing to offer? This woman was married, and she decided to have sex with me because she wanted me to look at her business plan. And I was the only person she had, I guess, was in close proximity to that was a millionaire who could invest in her company. So you understand what I'm saying? So from signing women boobs and their husband right there to, like, it's like they get caught up in the mist of, damn, that is amazing. This person is God, and let me give him whatever he wants so I can be in his presence. And they don't think about the repercussions or who they hurt when they do these things. And this happened a lot to me and teammates, just dealing with women like that. And don't let her be single. She would leave her man and disappear. I had a chick that was on parole and came to visit me from Kansas and ended up going back home and had to serve a couple months in jail because she missed her parole day. You understand what I'm saying? They are that obsessed with the idea of maybe you pick and choosing them because they understand the benefits that will come along with it.
Yes, sir. So some of that was like you were outlining, they were using sexuality for an agenda, either to improve a social situation, business situation, fulfilling a fantasy and whatnot.
Right.
So you kind of, I guess, in that interaction with that lady, you're identifying maybe what her agenda is, but then in the business type of thing, you kind of leverage your power there. So,
right. In my mind, it was she was grown and she could do what she want to do. If she decided to do it, that's on her. But I got, stories on top of stories of women just saying I'm this way, but seeing the material things that somebody that play ball have and just say, forget it, I'm just gonna go for broke and I do whatever because I want to be in this lifestyle.
Okay, so you think it's more than just a one night stand? For example, you meeting a superstar, singer lady, Rihanna and whatnot, and saying, "Oh my God, she chose me for the night, whatever." But you're not.
That happens as well. Sometimes they just want to say they had sex. Like one lady checked me off her list one time. Like, okay, I've been with a football player. Like some of them have checklists. It's like, go ahead.
Were you a participant in that? Were you like?
Yes, I was a participant in it.
You acknowledged the check off.
After we finished, she told me after the deed was done.
Okay. So, okay. Now,
go ahead.
Let's start at the root. Let's get a year. We're talking high school, college. Where did this? Well, we men, so as soon as puberty hit, we own, right? So, but then we have to search and then, come into, that young adulthood. So it starts at the
first. What starts? The sex addiction you're talking about right now?
Well, your sex life.
Okay,
right?
Yeah. Right.
So it starts at a year or, time in your life. When did you start characterizing it as an addiction yourself?
The addiction started when I started to have unlimited access to women, whether she wanted to do it because I'm famous or I got money. She bad, come over here. The access comes from also being able to pay for what you want because it's like nothing because you have a lot of resources. What they ask for is pennies, and the ones who just want to be in the limelight. So you have access to so many things. You know, men love to have sex, and so if you experiencing this constantly and nonstop, and you're used to having this, you eventually, if you tell yourself you want to stop, you find yourself going through withdrawal. Like, damn, I constantly want some new pussy, different pussy, just because I'm used to having it on a regular basis. And my circumstances was, I was dating a white woman, and I told her I can't be with you because my auntie and my family will not like that, and I only like black women. She said I like black women too. So you understand, I was married to her for 9 years to somebody who was willing to bring people home on a regular. Then that also participated in the addiction as well.
Okay, you outlined that relationship type or status in a previous episode.
Right.
And so, okay, now, was this something that you cultivated in college?
What do you mean by cultivated? Like,
well, okay, was the addiction activated in college? Was it
It wasn't as activated because in college I still had to put in some type of work. It goes like I got to put in the work to come on, let's go, or hey, I want you to have a Mexican girl at the house when we get there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
that's a whole different access to something. Well, hey, I don't got to work for it. I know it's gonna be there. My girl gonna get it for me, or I'm gonna roll up and some chick who like my car or want to hang out with a football player gonna give it to me. You understand what I'm saying? So the access is what caused the addiction. Just imagine you didn't have to work for vagina and it just came whatever you wanted. Whatever you can either buy it or it's gonna come to you because you have access to it. That and you're a young man. You're a young man.
Okay. First thing, in your marriage type, if your wife isn't allowing it, I mean, that's what it is.
Right.
And how you said y'all interacted, it seems like that was a condition of you being married to her. So
before it and after it.
And so now I can't make reference to, a quote unquote traditional marriage, and you marry this woman out of love, and
right.
She's supposed to be faithful, and vice versa, and so forth, because you are married. And is it cheating? Technically, when you out on the road?
What I'm trying to say is that's not what she really wanted, and that's why we ended up getting divorced. Eventually, when she didn't really want it, but she changed her morals to be with a certain person, and a lot of them will do that. You don't see really rich men getting divorced like that because women just say, "Why leave that situation?" Either he tell her to leave, or you know what I'm saying. Like you like Dwayne Wade had a baby while he was engaged. Gabriel Union didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They don't leave those type of situations.
But then you read where the wife leaving, and my man got to give up half the fortune.
But that's after. But at that point, he's become to the point where he has become disrespectful with it, because they know. But when you get to the point you become disrespectful with it, you get that what Nas called. You get that king's disease, where you realize you can do anything you want to do whenever you feel like it. You got all the money in the world, you got the status in the world, and if I don't want this old pussy tonight, I got to pick of the litter. I'm Dr. Dre. I'm worth $1 billion.
Okay, so you said disrespectful. When does it get respectful? I mean, you got
respectful when you keep it out of the public eye. Respectful when the person in who you're doing it can't detect anything. Well, you not keep putting it in their face.
But she bringing you got a home life where wifey is feeding this demon or this thing you have,
right.
thing you have, right? Right. Then you on the road, you famous, you got money. Is it respect out on the road with the women, or when you said this,
there's two different definitions of disrespectful, right?
okay, there we
Men
go.
disrespect is don't put it in my face.
Okay,
Don't ask, don't tell. Women disrespect is nobody better not know that you're doing this. Anybody. If
okay,
anybody find out and you find out that they know something or even hint about it, then it's disrespectful to them.
got it. And then, okay, other brothers in the league are married, and I'm quite sure they're examples of the quote-unquote traditional marriage. And then I'm sure there are examples of how you operated in your relationship. So we just dealing with the spectrum of married, open, traditional relationships. But now we got a man with extra resources and extra access.
Right.
Are you in control of yourself?
That's based off at that time, no, because you don't. I guess when you're not raised with a father, you lose certain things about yourself. You're more. Most of the boys raised by mothers are more emotional than the average man. If you ever noticed that, like because you're not willing unless you have a strong male role model. But a lot of brothers who are raised by single male women are usually a little more emotional, in my opinion. Because I watch the draft, and the dudes that come up there with their father and the mother don't cry. But the dudes at the draft are just their mother. They always crying. I love my mother. Thank you. They are emotional. And I think I was a little like that. That's why I say that until a football coach took me under his wing and groomed me to be a man. So that's just my opinion. But where were we at? I went left with it.
No, that was great. It's bro. I'm going through it in my mind, and I'm like, if I had this much money, would I dip my chip in the sauce? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's like imagine you can just have whatever you dream about. Like a chick on the porno, I go find one just like her. I like her, and you can go get her and find somebody. She'll find a way to you. Okay. Drake got an international porno star pregnant. Think about that. I mean, he's seen her before. Maybe she the first of his favorite one he like to beat off to on Pornhub. And he hit the porno.
Okay, now pitfall of that game. What? How many? Oh wow, that okay. How many women did you put in a situation where it could have been some extra jellies around here, but you couldn't have no jellies running around here?
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you want to have unprotected sex with?
Well, I mean, that's the only way you're going to have little jellies now.
Right. Man, I don't even know, bro. The first time when I was in the hula bowl, I started experiencing this thing called, and give it to you because you're somebody special. I had a chick at the hula bowl, a Hawaiian girl, just met me at the party and said, "Let's go chocolate drop." And it was like that. They started choosing you. You know what I'm saying? And I was by 19, I'm in Hawaii. I ain't got no condom. I might got a kid in Hawaii. I don't know. Real talk.
Oh,
that was a hula bowl in Hawaii. Yeah, that was the first one. My college girlfriend. I'm surprised she never got pregnant. Both of them. Neither one of them got pregnant. I'm surprised. But I could have had kids with them as well. And then I had one abortion in high school.
Okay. So was pregnancy something in your mind? Was
no, just
sexually transmitted disease in your mind? Was getting set up financially while you in the midst of, you can get this thing on how you like it, you want it?
None of that was on my mind. Just getting the business was in my mind. That's it. When I was young, yeah, that was not in my mind. Thank God.
Bro,
but yeah.
You wasn't running no math like, man, okay, just go 50 women. I'm going to run 50 women and catch someone on your mind.
Ain't no running math. You want it, come get it. That's how it works. I don't want counting.
And you weren't worried about catching some or them leaving you with
Well,
something.
some of them, not all.
Okay.
I can say I can remember at least probably 6 or 7 that
Okay, that's the catching something, leaving something. Then the baby thing, possibly.
Right.
Then the setup, like, yeah, I'ma say he got a baby, or this is baby. And
that happened to me before as well.
Yeah, that was in the previous episode. So, and I know you seeing other dudes in different levels and what they going through with all these women. And then I know y'all bumping into the same women.
Sometimes. But then one you bumping into, you ain't doing that. You ain't playing with that one like that. It's the one that you dating and hanging out with, you start to like, and y'all have a consistent relationship. Round 5 or 6, you start saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now when you left your first wife and now you unhinged, you took a little hit, whatever the arrangements were for her leaving.
Yeah.
You out back in the world, but it ain't like you was ever off the market. And do you know you have an addiction now?
No, I know I don't now.
I mean, when you're done with that relationship, and
I do. I end up because I think you attract yourself to yourself. The one that I dated right after my ex-wife was a girl from Baltimore. She used to work for one of my boys' nonprofits. She hit me up on Facebook, and I had a long distance relationship with her for about 6 months. And she ended up moving to Florida with me. She had a sex addiction, and so the woman. And so I'm dealing with somebody who like worse than me. Like every morning, she has an attitude. Like every morning, she had to have it first thing in the morning.
So now the dimension is a female, and she has a frequency demand on you.
Right.
You have
they call her with other dudes doing it with them as well. She needed it all. Like yes.
I told you I had to put on my seatbelt, bro. You always doing some demon drop and Magnum roller coaster stuff on me, man. Dang. Okay, so now, okay.
I attracted her to me because I knew yes, and I'm looking like damn. But she was actually, I think she was a gift and a curse because the curse was she just drained me completely, but the gift was I can see how I was through her. Like damn, this is she needs some. It was like this. When we became friends after we stopped talking, she pretty much said every time she drink, she can't control herself. She needed constantly. And she drink every day. So it's pretty much whoever touch it first gonna get it. Type shit.
And so, she live with you.
Yes.
Now, how do you live with that?
I didn't notice that afterwards. First it was long distance. And then I moved her down and realized what the hell I was dealing with. But she moved down. I tried to break up with her. And because I told her I don't want to be around any kids. At the time she had a young kid. She left the kid with the daddy, gave him custody just to move to Florida with me. You see what I'm saying? How people lose their morals and lose their thing just because they want
Jelly.
An example of that.
Jelly. You said that. Have we been in a moral discussion yet, bro?
That was wild, bro. That was wild.
Okay.
Wild.
So, her is a benchmark. You recognize some things there. So
recognize myself in her, and I didn't like that. I was like, I need to leave this alone.
What's the this now?
Huh?
What's the this you got to leave alone now?
I need to slow down my frequency. Like I need to fast off of that stuff. So it won't be what I need it every day, all day, or I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, okay. It's one thing. It's one thing to say every day. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it's another thing to say all day, which is not twice a day.
No, just once or twice a day. Once or twice a day.
A man, how long we gonna live like that? 3 months? Maximum?
See, I was in the best shape of my life then.
Oh, well, world-class athlete, right?
Yeah, I was
now,
strong.
Lord Jesus. Okay,
man.
Now,
then you got the ones who just call and say, I want to come over and do something to you. Just call you randomly. You have them too. It's like that. It's like that, bro. It's like that, man. So it's the wife who give you her phone, her business card, talking about calling me. It's the black girl, man, that I'm dating. A white girl will come and rub on my chest and say, "You want some black pussy? You ready to leave that white shit alone? Hit me up." It's that. It's like constantly. It's constantly. Being a man with money and status is like being a beautiful woman. You can have who you want.
And okay, so now are you saying you are going to put yourself on a voluntary celibacy, or what you gonna do for yourself now after Miss Thing there?
I realized I had an addiction, and I knew that I needed to spend my time to reflect on myself and what the second part of my life is going to be, since I'm no longer with my ex-wife. And I think she was just, I knew that I was doing too much, and I needed to. I got into yoga. That's the time I got into yoga meditation, right after my relationship with her. And I led into that, and they started talking about sacred sex. I know brothers that do some type of tantric sex where they don't orgasm out, they orgasm in, like all types of sacred sex, and the importance of not just laying semen all the time, because it takes away from all parts of your body. It takes off your bone marrow, from everything. So, so just reading a book, the Asian book called Sacred Sex, you know what I'm saying? It's important. We need to really monitor where we lay our seeds and how often we do that, because that can really, shorten our life in some parts. Over it, when you do it just too much. You know what I'm saying? You gotta preserve that, especially when you get older.
Okay, and I'm gonna throw a curve at you.
Okay.
You got a baby girl.
Yeah, I got 3 baby girls.
Okay. No, I mean, now. With the first wife, right?
The second one. Yeah, I got an older one with the first wife, yes.
Okay. So I know how having that girl was for me. And I was in my older age, my baby 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think them exploits, we go through as men, her being born was like a curse, because now you got to put her up on game, like how men operate, right? And so is she in mind? Are you thinking of her as a father while you out in this plethora of, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but she's with her mother primarily, so her mother gonna have a big influence on that. And her mama's the one that told, the one that said she sleep with girls. When she drunk, she'd mess with girls when she had a couple of drinks. Her mama's the one that I call and had the threesomes with all the time. So you talking about that's who's raising her. So her mother's very liberal, extreme leftist. So.
Okay, so what is your advising as a father man with her now as an adult?
Well, I have to be wrong. I'm wrong with her kids. Like, men really just want to fuck you. That's the idea. When they go on a date, they try to figure out how long they can fuck you. And you won't really know a man's intentions unless you date him for a long period of time, or after he busts his first nut having sex with you. And I told her it raw. I'm saying after you have sex, you really know if you really want to hang out with this girl. You ain't got the goodies now, so do I really like her? That's the question I ask myself. After the sexual, paralysis, the sexual energy is, released, then it's bound down to, do I really like you as an individual outside of your butt and your ass and titties? You know what I'm saying?
It's a challenge for us, ain't it, man? It's just.
Men are physical, man.
When that spirit jump on you, bro, right, you just go caveman, and then you like, and
that's
then
a beautiful woman.
Then you like, you're not even cute. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Right.
I really don't like your voice.
Right. So
I'm dealing with it.
Now, okay. When you into the meditation and yoga practice now,
right?
Did you stop doing it?
As much, yes.
Okay, now as much as I did it 3 times a day, now I'm down to 1, but it's still every day. And not doing it means
I went from every day to probably 2 times a week. Every day to about 2, maybe 2 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week.
And these are still with the ocean of lovelies that you have access to, right?
Yes. Right now I boiled down to just, I started putting together a team, you know what I'm saying? So I got 3 in rotation. And I'm just gonna be, and they all don't live by me, so they travel and come visit, so it's not, it's like,
Is there ever a point after you started where you took a break?
From just being with this period?
Yes.
Man, only time I took a break when I was dealing with that kidney disease.
But you used the word fast earlier after, little lady thing.
Well, with my yoga teacher, she got me into fasting. So she fasted me off everything, like rap music, sex, hardcore rap. That frequency on some of that music is very negative.
Okay.
It's hardcore music. She want me to listen to anything that enlightens me, that relaxes me, and then she also got me to stop eating meat. She told me she had me go plant-based, and I did it for about a month.
Okay. Now, wow, into some new stuff. Plant-based diets. Okay, we're gonna get into that too. And until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. To be continued. Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.